Welcome back to this DreamHack Pro Circuit Valencia B stream. My name is Stumpy, and again I'm joined by
Doomsy. Yeah, hello.
Well, you didn't have to interrupt me. I was always going to be...
I got my name.
Well done. We just witnessed Randy Gibbons River Rats beat Ghost 3-1 in the end, and now we're moving on, as you saw on that little bit on the side, like that way? No, that way. That way is where it was. It said we're going to be watching Dignitas versus Ghost, and in fact we are. So Doomsy, I would like to ask your opinion on this match, and if we could do some predictions, that would also be fantastic. So, what are you thinking?
Dignitas. I mean, from what I saw yesterday, Dignitas were playing pretty well. I was impressed with Astral's mechanics. I think he was their best player. Ghost have also been performing very well, but they are both here in the losers. So it's quite interesting to see what will come up. I think I'm going to predict Dignitas for this one. Feel like they got something to show. I think they're going to pick it up, but it's going to be very close.
Okay, I think I am going to go the same as you. I think Dignitas are just that amount better than Ghost. Although Ghost have been playing phenomenally. I'd love to see them in day 3. Whoever loses will be going out, bear in mind. But I think, it's going to have to be Dignitas for me. They did just lose 3-2 versus the Bricks. So I don't know now if they're going to be thinking, let's get revenge. Let's make sure that we do still get through to that day 3 spot, obviously. I'm going to have to do Dignitas, but we can be going into the game very, very shortly, as Dignitas and Ghost will be playing to stay alive. Whoever wins this will be then going through to our losers round 2, and then if they win that, they then go through to day 3. Whoever loses, they are done. They are finito, they are slashed, they are any which way you want to cut it, they are finished. So, Dignitas looking to be that team that should be going through in theory. I mean, obviously, they've got Astral now instead of Turbo. Do you think that's going to impact them too much?
I think it will probably benefit them. I think there's these hints of really shining moments through Dignitas. But overall, they're just going to have long term. I think Dignitas are only going to get better and better. If they stick with Astral, it'll just be a slow improvement from them. I think as they get used to him and his playstyle.
Yeah, we said yesterday that obviously Turbo was never the most mechanical player, and Dignitas has never really had a very high mechanical player, and that's exactly what Astral is and what he brings to the team. So they can utilise that, and they follow the current meta of mechanics over positioning a lot of the time, then this could be really, really strong. That was nearly a fantastic dunk as well there by Yukio. Didn't quite sneak in, instead it managed to go just a touch over the crossbar. Panda now with a chance. Crossbar, but not down and in. Illusion stays underneath there, and he's changed his car colours. Look how above the colours he is.
This is what we were talking about earlier with the 50-50s. This is a great play from Illusion. Doesn't go up to just clear it immediately because, Yukio's just going to save it. So opts for the 50 instead. And if you're 50-50 with a third man, all you have to do is follow your teammate, and you can get a nice open net there, as Memory to show.
Memory scoring that first goal to go up against Dignitas. Chat, what do you reckon? Are you feeling Ghost more in this game, or do you think the two-time world champion, the two-time world champion, Violent Panda, can lead his relatively new team to victory and stay alive at DreamHack Valencia?
Yeah, well, immediately Dignitas have responded to Ghost's earlier goal, getting that equaliser. Astral, another great touch there. Recovers nicely, passes straight down to Yukio, catching Memory a bit off guard as he has to wiggle around to see where Astral's going to put it. So very well played there from Dignitas.
Dignitas now getting that even goal. Go toe-to-toe with Ghost. Lifting it up nice and quick. Can he go fast? And yes, he can. Even though that was dead at Astral, it's that thought of you don't necessarily know where he's going to put it, and with that amount of speed he generated, it's so hard to cover the goal enough. So 119 kilometers per hour, even with the save, and Ghost are up.
Yeah, excellent work coming out from Dignitas and Ghost on both sides with the speed and their pressure. And we've already got 3 goals, and it's only been just over a minute and 20 seconds. So.
I mean, so looking at the journey for each team here, Ghost are here after they faced off against Randy Gibbons River Rats, which is a game that we just about caught the end of, with 3 overtimes in that game against the team that took down NRG in a very, very tense series. And then Dignitas and the lose to the Bricks earlier.
Great
like
play.
I said, Violent Panda showing that even though they lost earlier versus the Bricks and got quite frankly smashed in the final game 4-0, their team play is still alive and they still trust each other to get the dubs.
Yeah, a little bit of a confusion there between Memory and Lucian. Like who should take the goal, who should take out the pass, and but Dignitas didn't give them enough time to make that decision, and so therefore they got a nice opportunity to pass into the middle and get that nice goal.
It was a pretty risky place to pass too as well, because there were 2 defenders in the way that could have intercepted, and that's 2 players out already. So,
so
not
close.
too sure. Now I think any of that could have gone risky, but that passing play there, we're now seeing them come alive. Astral joining the team obviously very, very recently, but looking like he's already understanding the role that he needs to be taking.
Yeah, Astral's seems all ready to be playing with the team a lot better. They seem to be syncing up a lot nicer. They're giving themselves a lot of passes, good linking plays going on. And that's, I think Ghosts from their front need to start intercepting them a little bit more, paying attention to when those passes come out, because even they can come up from some quite unorthodox places.
All right, just over half-time in this game. It's dead even. And there being, I think, even pressure as well. It's not been like it's been 2 lucky goals for either team. They've worked hard for both of them. And all of them have been team plays as well, actually. So it's the kind of Rocket League that I personally love seeing, where it's not just a solo display. It's everybody getting involved and working hard for the wins.
And the moment Ghost pressuring Dignitas, but Dignitas not looking the most comfortable there. Astral just a little bit caught off guard, couldn't quite get the read. I think he was a bit pushed up a little bit too far. Yeah, it was good play. It was a good placement from Memory there to put it just above him. It's always a difficult one if you're in goal when you've got to defend both a back ball pass and a shot, because you want to push up, to your front post to save a shot, because that's a good place to shoot. But at the same time, you want to cover behind you in case a pass comes in or they shoot back post. So it's always really difficult when you're on your own like that.
And Yuki also low on boost. I think he had none. That's why he got a pretty awkward touch bouncing off that corner wall as well. So very, very hard time for him. Unfortunately, set up the passing play as well for Ghost. Now, Lucian's cards confuse me a little bit every now and then, because I see it as red, but it's like actually the blue team card. So, Lucian, I preferred your old style.
Isn't it green?
Yeah, but it's like green and red.
Ah, I see.
You made me worried I was colourblind then. That's a bit scary.
Come join me.
Oh yeah, I always forget you're a bit colourblind.
Everyone says that. I mean, because it's not a random thing you'd remember, is it? So.
Which ones do you mix up?
Just colours that are close, Just like, reds and browns and then like blue, greens. But enough about colourblindness, because Astral is scoring a nice equaliser for Dignitas. Panda there just getting the world's lowest aerial, but somehow getting a crazy high pass. I don't know how he did that. And Astral's just like, thank you very much, I'll take that pass and score nicely.
Yeah, left mirror also attempting to go for the squishy save. Couldn't quite get it in, so I couldn't quite make the contact with it either. So there's 1 minute left on the clock. Fully even Stevens. And this is an amazing Ghost side we're seeing, by the way. Like, this is so different from whenever we've seen them in previous tournaments, in the RLCS especially. They're such a mid-table team that never go to RLCS LAN. And now they are taking it to the front of a lot of these biggest teams in the world. So I don't know what's changed. It's not even like they've changed any part of their roster. It just seems to be they've finally clicked.
Yeah, that's the thing. Sometimes if you just play with each other for a long enough time, you can get better and better. Like we've seen with Cloud9, their performances have just been slowly improving, bit by bit, season by season. They've been consistently a top 4 team, and they've just been playing with each other for so long.
Lucian's trying to go off that ceiling again, can't quite get anything off it. Lethamir being dangerous on the post. Going for that 50, not trying to get anything too fancy. Just wants to get in a decent position for his teammates. But can't now Panda on the other end, going for 1, 2, and 3 touches. And he does intercept. Astral Central to Yukio, not quite on target. The save comes out, which is absolutely needed. Up high, Astral trying to get the other way. We're seeing so many buzzer beaters. This could be another one, but no, Memory. He makes sure that we don't get that today. And it is overtime in game number 1. Ghosts have had a lot of these today. Can they win out when it matters?
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see if we get like a passive overtime as we've seen before, or if teams are just going to go full out to try and outplay the other team as opposed to waiting for the mistake.
Left, just getting out of the way so we can get in. That's top corner, but saved by Yuki. It's going to bounce low though. Lethamir has a chance.
Oh, he's missed it.
And above the crossbar, that was a really good chance there. He had a fully open aerial. There was a couple of guys in the middle. Now it's Astral.
Oh my god,
crossbar!
no.
Man down! And Yuka can't get in either, as Illusion again just stays behind it. Sees he does not need to get it far quickly. He just needs to make sure it's a safe defusal of the situation.
I can't believe that didn't go in. It was so close. He just couldn't quite get the angle.
Oh!
Great pre-jump saves coming out from Ghost though. Illusion there just going up so early to cover that angle as much as possible.
That's now on target, and Memory is able to tip that over the crossbar. Yuka keeping the pressure on. Gets over towards Astro. Violent Panda out in the back, relatively low on boots. Is there a corner one for him to grab? No, there's not, as Yuka has just grabbed it. Moving down the pitch, Memory needs to hit that. A good control. Is Astral there? No, he's not.
The 1v1. Flicks it over. Good save though.
Yeah, I thought that flick might have been successful.
Yeah, he was almost so close. Good patience there.
Left trying to go for a boost steal and the bump at the same time. Illusion sends it across to where left near used to be, but it's now no longer. And they're in their way. Maintains that boost as well. Goes to the double 50s. One a little bit more successful than the other. That's on target, but Astral can get the save away. This is approaching 2 minutes and chances on both sides.
Yeah, it's definitely not looking like a safe overtime as we saw before. This is definitely both teams just trying to outperform and get those shots on target.
Illusion over one, can pick up the 100 boost as well. That's going to be a dodgy time, but Violent Panda uses so much boost just to get around the side. And Astral vitally needed to hit that ball, otherwise that was going to be a nice shove. Astral nearly over the top again, but Memory. These interceptions before the shot even happens are really, really coming in clutch for Ghost right now. Yeah,
it's really refreshing to see because we've been seeing, a bit up and down during this tournament. Some teams just leaving the space in the middle, and then other teams just committing so hard for that midfield game. And Ghost is one of those teams that are just committing to the man in the middle.
And then we had a good opportunity there, but blocked out again by Violent Panda. Illusion up for one. Can he get the double? No, Astral is able to go out really fast to get over the top. Panda now a shot on! Nice wave dash shot. Yuka now with the chance, going to bounce directly down. Can he get the double? No, he cannot. Left him there, tries to challenge Astral, but he's not able to. Panda got back really quickly there. That first man rotation was fantastic.
That's the old classic Dignitas way there, isn't it, really?
Yeah.
You know, the original squad lineup with K-Dot and Turbo, they just rotate so fast, so cleanly. That's what made them such a scary team to play against.
And being able to make having that third man come back so frequently. So that first man come back so frequently. At central, the shot comes in from Astral with a pre-jump again by Lethamir. Yuka calls Panda off the shot, tries to go for himself, but doesn't get saved from the corner. Panda now up in the middle, beats out Lethamir, but Methri is able to catch and hit to that side wall. No boost available for Panda to grab, it just spawns. Nathan Yuka will pick it up and then attempt to go again. Gets a dunk on Illusion, but Lethamir saves it away. Yuka central over to Panda. Maybe Astral could have got a better hit there, but it doesn't matter as Astral now hits it directly up. Panda's there, but doesn't quite know where he wants to take it.
Takes his time.
Illusion.
That was very nice. That was so good from Panda there. He was coming in as third man, and he could have just slammed it into the middle, but he's not going to get a goal or any passing opportunity from it, so he decides to take his time, allow his teammate to rotate back, and he gets the control, and now he's much closer to the goal. No one's challenged him yet because he's faked them out, and then he just gets a nice shot into the corner. So that's perfect play, and the perfect thing to do from Panda there.
That is a little bit of a Monka-esque game if you are fans of either of these teams, should I say, because anybody could have won it at any moment in that, but it comes down to that captain, Panda, being able to take his time, evaluate what it is that he needs to do, and then go for it as opposed to just act purely on reactions. We've seen Rocket League obviously be a very reactions-based game, and not necessarily thinking out exactly what you're going to do. It's normally, you're up in the air, what can I now do? Rather than planning it when you're on the floor initially. So having that idea straight away is really, really nice and refreshing to see. And Panda, by the way, looks so comfortable trusting Astral already.
Yeah, they've really, between yesterday and today, they're already feeling each other a lot more and knowing, understanding each other, where they're coming from. Their communication seems to be a lot better. But as you were saying earlier, the ability of Rocket League players nowadays to think, instead of just thinking 1 second ahead or 2 seconds ahead, now they're thinking 5, 6 seconds ahead. They're thinking about the long game. They're thinking about what to do. And Panda, they're showing a great example of you're not just going to smack it and think, okay, immediately we will gain territory because I'll smack it to their heart. So I'll smack it to their half or I'll smack it to their end. But then what about, after that's happened, is anyone back? The consequences down the line 5 seconds after that move. So it's really, really good to see players across the RLCS and RRS being a bit more patient and understanding and thinking of like, a few moves ahead. It's great.
Game number 2 as underway. Dignitas are 1-0 up. Whoever wins this has another chance to make it through to day 3. Whoever loses, they are done so. That plane ticket is going to be utilised today. And Astra, what a phenomenal read. Unfortunately, it doesn't go in. But that's the kind of class you're going to be seeing coming out from the games today. As I think it was Panda just got bumped completely by that.
Yeah, just got smacked right out of the way. So, oh, see you later, mate.
Lots of on and off the ball bumping happening early on in this game. Like if somebody's just chasing the ball, there's a bump, like a side swipe coming in. It's quite good to see.
It's interesting.
Again, it's the thinking ahead.
Absolutely. It's interesting to see like when the player gets bumped like a few times to see what they do. A lot of the times when you get bumped or demoed a lot, you think, oh, you know what, I'm getting well annoyed by this. And it gives you the idea to bump and demo them. Yeah. And then it's like a trade-off effect. And then everyone's just bumping everyone because everyone is, like, you know, working on each other's bumps. That is so clean from Astral there.
Oh my god!
That's like reminds me of the gimmick ways that does. You know, he does like 3 spins, double touches up once, touches again off the backboard, and then just gets a nice angle there. No one up to challenge him, just watching in awe as Astral just dunks on the entire team.
Man, from that side wall, the innovation to go for that. Like you say, that is so reminiscent of what Gimmick still does. Just the sheer ball control he has. It is an exemplary example of a player that is so in control of this game and has the confidence. And that's ultimately what you're going to want to be seeing from a very, very new player to competing at this level as well. I mean, it's not like Astral's been taken from another big squad, like how K-Dop was taken from Dignitas to go to Vitality. He was already established as a 2-time world champion.
Oh my god, the angle!
These corner shots coming from the angles. We saw Yukio do it yesterday. We saw Fruity do it earlier. And now Illusion coming from the tip of his nose. That just kisses the left post, squeezes between it and Yukio. And now 1-1 with gorgeous goals aside.
What the hell was that? That angle was so small that you couldn't even hear the sound of the ball being hit by the car. It was just like, I didn't even know he hit the ball until it went in. Not good though.
Now, this is the Rocket League that we expect to see coming from some of the world's best teams. Dignitas are looking to be revitalised almost with a new player on their side. And Ghost are finally, after I think about 1.5 years of playing together, are finding what makes them actually a fantastic team. Illusion has... I don't know a huge amount about the North American Rocket League scene, and Illusion is really, really showing off what is making him a fantastic player.
Yeah, it's interesting to see. I figured something out. I think Dominus players are far more mechanically orientated. You know, they're more likely to get like wonder goals, you know what I mean, solo players, and you know, be the more mechanical, flashy players, so to speak, than the Octane players, who are a little bit more reliable. So I think it's quite interesting to see.
Go working his way up with Panda. That's 1, that's 2, but Letimir is the third player up this right wing. Illusion manages to just squeeze that ball in. He's up so fast. Panda does not know what to do. Weak and in. The dunk of the day from Illusion. Again, just squeezing it off the side of Violent Panda. Again, it's Illusion's follow-ups, where I think a lot of players would maybe try and just see, okay, where can I go with this later on? But instead, Illusion reads it a couple seconds in advance. And Memory extending the lead by yet another goal.
Yeah, just as they score one, they score another, carrying on with the momentum. The first goal, Panda, couldn't quite get the save he wanted. He just hit it a bit too weak, a little bit caught off guard. And there, they couldn't rotate fast enough to get back and make that save. But it was great placement from Memory there.
Illusion, Letimir, and Memory are up in this game. Looking really strong, but Letimir here, no boost on the backboard.
Memory a little bit off, but Illusion can come up nicely. Good interception from Panda there on Letimir. Another midfield play. Getting the interceptions that are needed for Dignitas. Astral carrying up. Let's see what Astral's magic can do. Oh, very nice. Doesn't opt to go for an early flick. Breaks it down. Baits left the mid to go up just to the last minute and then takes over him.
So is Astral a ones player? Or is he just very, very mechanically gifted, do you know?
I don't know, honestly.
It seems like he's got that ones flair about him where he's faking it a lot and maintaining a lot of the possession as much as he's able to. But I don't really know what his background is a huge amount, apart from the fact he is just very mechanical. So I'm going to look at Johnny Boy's channel, see what it says on there.
See what
played any.
See what we'll have to check out his
Johnny Boy,
his rankings. See what's going on.
No, it looks like he just does a lot of twos.
Just does a lot of twos.
Yeah.
Fair enough then.
Yeah, seems to be a twos player. So yeah, again, you need to be more mechanical in that than you need to be in threes. It's up to Violent Panda to tame him to the threes way.
Yeah, it's a lot of players like the difference between ones, twos, and threes is quite substantial nowadays, and a lot of threes players can be terrible at twos and vice versa. But it's interesting. Yeah, you can definitely see patterns in players that are predominantly 1v1s or 2v2s. They're a lot more mechanical, a bit more, they're a bit more patient, and they don't quite pass so much or think about the long game as a threes unit.
All right, but that is Ghost winning game numero 2, 3-1 in the end, and Dignitas need to win 2 more, as do Ghost now. They will then have one more chance, and then the loser is out. Imagine at this stage, I've said it for every single one so far, but losing one of these teams would be a travesty. But there's so much good play happening for both of them that I can see them doing incredibly well. I mean, Dignitas obviously coming into this where 2 of the guys, Panda and Yukio, they obviously won at Leipzig. Ghost haven't really had many notable results for a while, and this seems to be their tournament that they are really taking as far as possible and that they're making sure they make the most of. Would you agree?
Yeah, I think Ghost are one of those teams where they're pretty comfortable at beating. They can beat teams sort of lower ranked than them, lower than them. For example, in the North American Close Qualifier, they're 3-1 up 90, 3-0 with Space Station Gaming. But then when it comes to teams like G2, obviously they lost 3-1 to them. Rogue in RLCS losing 4-2. But then beating a team that's similar caliber of EG at 3-1. So it's they consistently lose to teams ranked above them. So they're quite consistent in that regards. But that's the thing. They're just that consistent mid-level team. But it doesn't mean you can count them out, because they do often just come out with some fantastic goals and fantastic plays. But it just seems like in the long run they can't win out those series against those big teams.
Are they going to be able to win out this series against this gigantic? Against Dignitas, it's always going to be a struggle, regardless of who is putting in for the third. Astral, that third, going for something special again, really early on in these games. This 1-1 has now made this series become a best of 3. 2 wins are going to secure the place for whichever team does end up winning it. Panda sends it high. Astral is there, but it gets saved by Memory in mid-air. Just chasing him and then getting in the way.
Yeah, that was great. Oh! That's what we were saying earlier. All series, we're just seeing Memory get in their faces and get nice and early for those challenges. And he's saving shots as they're being shot rather than waiting on the goal line, which is really good to see.
So free jumps again. It's so important nowadays. But again, they can be faked out even easier than I think before. That's the shot on left, going for the bump, but Panda is able to dodge the man and aim directly for that ball. And Panda going for the 50 in Memory. Again, using that fake. And instead of just going for a normal 50, he's then got it in the middle. Now it's a chance to score. Less than it. Gets saved and goes over to the crossbar. Memory is just hounding every Dignitas player that dares look in his direction.
Yeah, it's just non-stop aggression coming in and out from Ghost at the moment. But Dignitas are holding their own, not double committing too much, but they are. It is looking a little bit scary. But Panda with a great flick. Unfortunately, can't get it past left mid. It's always a problem in threes when you always take around one, but there's always another one behind them every single time.
Yeah, Panda not exactly the strongest ones player out there either. I've seen him stream before, and everyone was pressuring him to do some ones. It was quite funny to watch. He just doesn't really know what to do. Bless him.
It's such a different game.
He's just a little bit confused. So you can see his mechanics are there, but he doesn't know when to challenge and stuff, which is fair because he doesn't play ones really ever. But yeah, it's such a different game mode, and that's obviously one that a lot of these guys don't Nobody on this pitch really mains, do they?
Letham is a very good ones player. Letham is...
that was like back in the day, wasn't it?
No, he's still good. He's still
okay.
good. And even if you have played a lot in the past, obviously he's not like a mains one because he plays for his team, but yeah, he's got a lot of experience with it, so he knows what he's doing.
Lethamir knows what he's doing there, being able to get the angle to score on the net. That's now Ghost of the tip over for Memory. Lethamir nice and quick. Panda doing a side flip. Leaves it completely open for Leth to take full advantage. And by the way, the Ghost decal is actually sick. It looks so good on the Dominus.
Yeah, I love decals with the black. Basically, looking all black or white.
But it's like matte black as well. It's not that sort of shiny. Now, the NRG one, I think it'd look a little bit nicer if it wasn't as shiny as it is.
I think you just need that tiny little bit of shine. It's semi-gloss. That's what I like.
A nice bit of semi-gloss.
Nice bit of semi-gloss, I do.
Well, so you bit of semi-gloss, you do.
Put that semi-gloss line on that corner.
Oh, Memory! Using that decal on his Dominus, with Astral making that mistouch. Illusion going up immediately, getting it past two. Astral cannot get there in time either. Now goes to 2 goals up, looking to take this game away from Dignitas and being within 1 of advancing to the next stage before they can get into day 3.
Yeah, Ghost are putting on a good show this game. We're getting some good pressure on them. Dignitas are looking a little bit like the weaker team at the moment. Quite sure how to deal with some of these players. Not really getting as many opportunities as they would like. Astral, though, with a great 1v1 play. Absolutely sensational. We're saying he's great. You know, he plays a lot of 2v2s, and this is exactly what you do in 2v2s. You've got 2 people to dribble. Flicks it round 1, gives him perfect amount of time to then jump and pop it over Lethamir. Lethamir is stuck in no man's land, not sure when to challenge. That was fantastic play from Astral.
He even did, as he landed, a handbrake turn so he wouldn't lose his momentum for his previous jump. And then immediately double jump aerials with the boost. Does a nice fast aerial. Just launches it over. Astral showing that mechanical prowess and those 2 skills, like you say, Doomsday.
Yeah, absolutely. It's even just if you're a 1v1 player, dribbling against 1 player is so different to dribbling against 2 players, and then dribbling against 3 players. So it's interesting to see how you can adapt that 1v1 dribbling style to try to speed up and fix it for a 2v2 or 3v3.
Yuko is put in a really hard position there. He had to jump over 1 and still save it. Does manage to, however. Now Dignitas are on the offensive. This game is so back and forth as well. It's not been continued pressure for a while since really game 1, to be honest. But this has been over and over again, just going back and forth, back and forth. Now Astral is on now. That's over the top. Memory has no boost to challenge it. But there's nobody challenging him early enough. Yuko a little bit too late going in there. Now Yuko going back with limited boost. Picks up the hundo in the corner though. Can't get a touch. Now it's down to Illusion to clear across to Lethamir. Stays in that half, and Memory can get a booming clear. Straight to Astral, and again, back and forth. Woo! Oh! Lethamir! Okay, jeez!
Nice! He's there! Do something!
Oh, God, it scares me when a player catches it on the backboard or on the sideboard. It's like, you could be dunked so easily right now.
Watch out whenever you're dribbling, looking at the players as well.
Chance for Astral!
Wave actually up there.
There's a bump as well in the net, so he did have it slightly open for about half a second. And that's a shot on as well. Panda, though, saved out by Illusion. 8 seconds now, our Ghost's going to be able to hold this. They're going for the offense, looking great for Ghost. Cleared long while Panda is there. He's up, but just hits it down into the ground. And now, Ghost are up in the series. They need 1 more win, and Ghost will have knocked Dignitas out of DreamHack.
Yeah, this is a very good showing from Ghost. I mean, we both predicted Dignitas to win. And, you know, it's still pretty even, very even across the board. But Dignitas sort of getting a bit stuck in their own half, not quite sure how to get the clears they need. Ghost, you know, abusing that quite nicely, rotating well, taking the boost. Dignitas need to just try to find some footing. Astral's coming along with great saves, and he's working with his team still in that department. But I think, you know, if Dignitas want to win, they just need to make sure that they open up some opportunities before they go for some of these plays. If they want to get ahead in the game.
Honestly, I'm just looking at Astral right now to have the ball offloaded to him a little bit more. It doesn't seem like Panda is necessarily taking a lot of the initiative to send it over to Astral when he can. Maybe that's just because Panda wants to have control of the ball himself, which is fine, but obviously it just doesn't seem to necessarily be working, at least in that second and third game. So I think Astral, he's looking hot. He is looking on fire. Let's give him the ball, see what he does. And then if you need to, Panda can be clean-up crew. That's my thought.
Yeah, I mean, we see some really basic goals can be so effective, such as just following each other's 50s. Sometimes if you don't have any options, go for a 50. Allow your teammate to follow up, especially if you're challenging with a third man, because then there's no one behind that person to take over for their 50.
Let's say it's that classic Dignitas formula with the quick conveyor belt of players to come through and just fill in the gaps. But this is now do or die for Dignitas. Are they able to get this final game, or I guess it's penultimate game potentially, to keep themselves in it, or are Ghosts going to be able to kick them from Espanyol? Looking really strong. I'd be surprised if they did. Now Astral up really quick. Can I go forward?
Oh, good.
Don't do it. Good.
I mean, good thing for Ghost on the backboard, but the smoothness of watching him go up, I was in awe there, just like how he aerialed up with his tornado aerial and then landing on the ceiling, coming down. That could have been dangerous.
Utilising these plays for Dignitas, going from the ceiling as well. We saw Yeekin and follow up and do the similar thing to Astral, just go from the ceiling hit. They're going to be big, and that could be instrumental to a win. A minute has gone, looking like it is the Dignitas show thus far.
Yeah, nothing too dangerous has been happening for either team, but Dignitas do have most of the possession at the moment. Seems to be getting the control. Ghosts just need to find a little bit of extra, a little bit of footing, get themselves together, try to get something going for them.
Centre far, but left they can get a touch on it. Central by Panda!
Oh, so
and
good.
Exactly as I advised. It's gone at Panda straight across. That is a gorgeous pass. Astral gets on it immeasurably well. Goes top corner. Dignitas are up. And we said it was Dignitas show. This really does look like it.
Yeah, it is definitely just put that ball in the corner and no one was there to follow it. He played it safe in a way, but with no one to follow, they just gave Dignitas a lot of time in the middle. And again, it's a classic infield passing play that no one was there to cover. There you go, just to Panda, a little bit too far there, allowing Memory and Lucian to get the save. But with a double commit, another double commit, 2 double commits in a row for Ghost Gaming there. Need to sort out their communication if they want to stop somebody.
Do you think it's the positive tilt where you're thinking, oh my god, we could do it, oh my god,
it very
it's
well
happening.
could be. I mean, that you can double commit a save, sure, but it also means that once you've done that, no one is there to follow up if the third man is still rotating back. So sometimes it's great, you got a save, but then someone's going to score 2 seconds later, and then they did it twice, so 2 double commits. So it's a little bit of miscommunication there from Ghost that cost them a goal.
Yeah, it's definitely not advisable to be sending 2 players to it, because like I say, it's good in the short run of about a second where you've made the save, but then the following 3 seconds are going to be horrible.
Yeah, it's so hard because you've got to make a save into a good place as well. So many times you can make a fantastic save, but if you haven't been able to focus on where you put the ball.
Oh, the illusion miss on the backboard. Means that Astra's had a really good chance there. And now Panda to Yukio. Panda is just bipping passes left and right. I'm really enjoying the start in this 4th game.
Yeah, I've seen Memory cutting out those infield passes now. Looks like he's learning from what's just happened. And going back to what he was doing in the first 3 games.
Slight smokescreen, I think, threw Panda off there. There was a demo that was in theory helpful, but actually just sort of got in his way a little bit.
Yeah. Thanks for the demo, mate. Can't see now.
Huh? Turbo wouldn't have done that.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
Oh, no, that's what Panda said. Turbo wouldn't have done that. So he sounds probably.
He wouldn't get the demo. He would just score another goal.
He would just score. Could get another World Championship title. I don't know why he's French.
Yeah, why is everyone French? And then when we're doing French accents, we're Scottish.
Oh no. Hey, we were doing impressions of Chaussette earlier. And apparently he's just a deep accented Scotsman. I wish he was. A minute and a half, under 90 seconds, and Dignitas looking as if they are going to be able to take this game. But it's not going to be impossible for Ghost to come back from at all. Still got a strong chance. Still have a 1/5 of the game, 20%.
Great fit.
Really nice. Really, really good idea to turn you back to it.
It was like in the Matrix,
pressure.
when Trinity stops in the air and they spin around. He literally just stopped dead in the air. He wasn't even boosting it. He still just hovered there for some reason.
Good,
somehow he did it and then got
plugged
a great
in.
50.
Plugged into the Matrix.
Yeah.
Now Lucian, is he going to be able to get something supernatural? No, he's not, as he's cut out by Astral Memory. 30 boost and can't quite get there either. Dignitas seem comfortable though, even though it's all in their half, even in their back third, they're still looking very comfortable. Like they're not too threatened.
Yeah. At the moment, like, you know, Dignitas 2-0 up, they're quite comfortable. They just need to just chill, hold a little bit. Astral can get himself another goal. Oh, no, never mind. Don't listen to me. Could have got himself another goal there. But at the moment, yeah, just don't send too many people up. Stay pretty calm and composed, and yeah, they'll be fine.
Chance of memory, but unfortunately it was saved out. 10 seconds remain. That's another. That was almost identical to the Panda pass to Astral. Instead, it was Astral over to Panda. Seems like that's going to be their bread and butter. Go from sideboard, dip it middle, and then you've got one going for you. But Dignitas, game 4, they have secured it. And it is going to game number 5. Illusion can't get that confidence-giving goal at the end either. So, game 5 is going to be the decider. Who goes home, Ghost or Dignitas? Who are you thinking, Doomsy, baby?
Dosed. Dosed is going through. That's what I'm thinking. Dosed is going through. It's interesting. I think, you know, Ghost sort out their double commit issues, get their communication going. I think they can do that again. I reckon they can beat Dignitas. I think this is all on Ghost at the moment, whether they win or lose this. They're the ones fluctuating a bit in how they perform. Astral just keeps doing his thing, playing with his teammates. Those infield passes, I think Memory needs to come back. He was starting to do that as well this game, just try to intercept those a bit more. Obviously the whole team needs to do it, but Memory, you know, he seems to be the one that's most committed to it. So bring the whole team together to intercept those passes, because they seem to be Dignitas' bread and butter at the moment. They are abusing that space that they're given. So they need to cut those out and sort out the communication. If they do that, I reckon Ghost would win, but only if they follow those things.
I think it's also something to think about defensively for Ghost, where if they're clearing to the corners, that's no longer safe, because now all of a sudden your best place to clear it away from, if it's sort of towards the net, is completely wiped out. If they're going to clear it to the corners, make sure it's high. Make sure it's in an awkward place in the corner, which is just another thing for Ghost to think about, which is going to make it so much harder just to then play reactively. And maybe that's what they need to be doing. Clear high into the corners, so they can't be getting these perfect hits. But game 5 is underway. Ghost could send Dignitas home. Dignitas could send Ghost home. This is the final chance for both of these teams. Who will be victorious? I don't know. Doomsy reckons it's going to be Dignitas are going to be victorious. And I'm going to go Ghost. Why not? Let's keep it interesting. Why not?
Well,
honestly, Astral though.
Oh my god! What is Memory doing? He just flubs down. He gets the most miraculous save I've seen this series yet.
Oh, Illusion going for this squishy save as well. Okay, that's 2 off the goal line so far. And we're about 40 seconds in. Good luck, Ghost.
Yeah, that's a bit sketchy at the moment. You know, be careful, Ghost. You can't keep making saves.
To get the bump.
As this show, left miss just went straight to Astral. Astral gets a nice speedy touch off the wall over Memory.
And
Bumps left mid right at the end, and just that is the ones place. That's a ones place right there.
Yeah, just sent back into his own net as Astral hits him out of the way. Man, Astral again showing off that individual prowess, but also the fact he can be working in a team with the passes there. That is so much trust there, by the way, for Yukio to go ahead of Panda when Panda was the only man back. Panda had to beat out Memory, who was up. Had to beat him out, otherwise that was basically going to be a goal for Ghost. So risky, but it nearly paid off. Panda nearly bumped into the ball as well.
Just bumped Panda into like a great position to control the ball.
It's like yesterday we were watching Vitality and Scrub bumped Fairy into like the perfect position and Fairy then scored.
Maybe that's the new meta, bumping your teammates into great position.
It's like the fast kickoff for hoops.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Take notes, team.
Take notes, fast kickoff, lads.
Looking at Coach Stumpy? Go on.
Yeah, go on then. I'll give it a go. I'll take over Snasky's job on Dignitas.
Yeah, go on.
Dignitas
lose this, you take his job.
Leave left, right, and centre. Now, there's 2 minutes gone, and Dignitas still looking like the dominant team here. It's finally back into Ghost half, however. So Ghost did a good run of form for about 1.5 minutes. Panda over to Astral, down central, but Lethamir is there, able to clear it away pretty nicely. Memory, awkward touch. Lethamir pulled himself onto it. Can he get around it? Went actually underneath and got the boost. Played by left, but it's dangerous again. Illusion's looked a little bit dodgy on that back wall. So hoping that it's not going to fall too badly for them. And that's an open net and Illusion.
Oh, the 50 save.
It was a 50 save. Look how many shots there were, shots and saves there were in the chat. There's about 4 either way.
Yeah, we're just going back and forth there. Just ridiculous play at the moment. The goal line saves coming out from Ghost is ridiculous, but obviously they've let one step in. At the moment, Ghost are just getting pressured constantly by Dignitas. We've barely had any opportunities from Ghost at all on Dignitas' net. Straight away, we're back in with Dignitas, in Ghost's half here. Ghost needs to get something together, because if they play like this for the rest of the game, then they're not gonna be winning this match.
Still very close though. There's only 1 goal in it, bear in mind. So put central. Panda's going to maintain that pressure. Sent long by left, but nobody on that left wing. You get a touch on it. That's nice and central, but Panda's really stepping up in these final 2 games. He's being so fast.
Yeah, he's playing so well, and he's linking up with Yukio and Astral so much better. And Astral's coming in and fitting in nicely, and Panda's like respecting and understanding what he's doing, but still playing his own game really well. So it's good to see that. Lucia
now from the back. Missed a couple of these, but that's really well done. It's a nice reverse air dribble. Gets it over the top of one, and then yeah, like you say, with the 50 as well, gets it over the top.
It's such a good way to clear, just to air dribble on 50, which is why. But it's so important that someone matches them and pushes up to challenge, because a lot of times they get the 50, but then it just goes straight back into the half because no one on their team has followed up with them.
Yukio with a banging redirect in this final 60 seconds. Dignitas are going to need to maintain this composure, staying as this fortified, dominant team. They'll be going through to their second chance. Otherwise, Ghost need to get something really soon. Thankfully, it's only 1 goal for them to come back from, and it's not a couple. Now left mid down this left wing. Yukio is going to be getting the challenge on him. Memory versus Astral, but bounces really nicely. Panda can get there. Illusion goes central over to Lethamir. These passing plays, even in defense and behind the players, are being absolutely huge. Lethamir from that ceiling goes down. Not too much boost on him, but nearly gets interception. Panda now in his own corner. Illusion can't quite get there. Now Panda 15 with Memory can be caught by Yukio. 10 seconds. Ghost needs something, but Dignitas are not giving it to them. Memory on his own goal line catches and flicks. Can he get one more? No, it's there so fast. Since it's a 4, Ghost will be out. Illusion keeps it high. Can the player get there? Yes, Memory can. Let him in out on this right wing. Can get it. Will he flick? He does get it central. But Yukio manages to get something from it. Memory central. This gets cleared nicely. And Dignitas will be winning. That's a great leave. Yukio sends it to the floor, earns the MVP medal, and Dignitas live to fight another series. Ghosts are out.
Well, so we predicted Dignitas from the beginning. Easy. No doubt.
Easy prediction.
No, we didn't doubt ourselves one bit. That was a great performance from Dignitas there at the end. I think that was their strongest performance yet in that final game. They were all over Ghost. Whilst it was only 1-0, Ghost had very few opportunities on net. They were getting a lot of goal line saves themselves from Dignitas' crazy shots that were coming in. So overall, yeah, Dignitas were just the better team. They were just constantly pressuring and starving them of the boost that they desperately needed.
Something else that is absolutely fantastic that's happened is your Twitter handle is now correct at DOOMSEEE. We've done it, guys. We did it. We've achieved greatness. This is the best win of the last 30 seconds, so well done to us. Absolutely smashed that one out the park.
Let's go,
otherwise, let's have a look at the groups if we can, because they're going to be updated, and there are some fantastic results that have managed to come in as well. So group stages on day 2 currently looks like this. We're currently doing Group A. Vitality is through. They've gone 2-0. They are yet to be beaten. Just generally, they 3-0'd Veloce and they 3-0'd PSG. No overtimes even, just 2 big bad 3-0s. And then the final team right at the bottom is going to be Ghost. And who else has gone through, Dooms? Do you want to talk us through them? No one else has gone through.
No one else has gone through. Yeah. You almost got me there. You almost caught me off guard.
Trick question.
Ooh. Vitality have been 3-0ing everyone left, right, and centre all weekend. So they are looking unstoppable, and they haven't been easy teams either. 3-0ing PSG isn't like an easy feat. So they are looking to have a great run this LAN. But we've got PSG versus Dignitas in the losers round 2 and that's the elimination match there. But yeah, we've got a lot more great games to go. Randy Gibbons, River Rat still got to play the bricks as well. So we've got a lot of interesting matchups lined up.
Yeah, so we are going to be having a break now until 25 to the hour. So around 15 minutes or so, we'll be returning. And the game we're going to be looking at is Cloud9 versus Mount Gang. That is going to be the battle of the fanboys, I think. So, guys, make sure you join us very, very shortly. 15 minutes, we will be returning. It's not Cloud9. It's going to be Valencia versus Ground Zero. Hey, that's my bad. I made the error, and I'll own up to it. That's okay. Ignore that. We're going to be looking at Cloud9 versus Mount Gang later. That's still going on this. It's still on this screen. It's just later. It's okay. So.
Oh, I see. Yeah, I see.
You see my error.
Yeah.
You see my error. I'm looking at a big spreadsheet with clever people have worked on this, and I'm not a clever person. So join us shortly. We'll be watching Valencia versus Ground Zero. Let's cut to a break so I can, go and drown my tears.